Saskatchewan has just announced that it's canceling hundreds of pending permanent residency applications. Why? Because the federal government has slashed the province's immigration quota by 50%. This sudden and unexpected cut has left many skilled workers and hopeful immigrants stuck in limbo, unsure of what comes next. If you're interested in immigration, especially the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, SINP, this video is for you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss future updates that could impact your plans. The landscape of Saskatchewan's immigration program has changed dramatically. With the federal government cutting allocations for provincial nominee programs by half for 2025, Saskatchewan is being forced to rethink how it selects immigrants. One major shift: the province now has to dedicate 75% of its nominations to temporary residents already in Canada. That leaves very little room for overseas applicants, especially those without a job offer. This policy shift is hitting hard in sectors like accommodations, food services, retail, and trucking. Saskatchewan has already maxed out its 25% cap for nominations in those industries for the year. As a result, many people who submitted expressions of interest or even full applications are now being told their files are being returned. Unless you have a job offer in healthcare, agriculture, or skilled trades, your application may not move forward. If you've been affected or you're in the process of applying, you can contact the SINP directly through their website, immigration.sk.ca. This isn't just about numbers, it's a big strategic shift. Saskatchewan is now focusing its limited nomination spots on applicants who are already working in Canada in sectors seen as vital to the province's economy. But not everyone is on board with the change. Employers, immigration consultants, and hopeful newcomers have all voiced serious concerns. So, what led to this cut? The federal government announced a new immigration levels plan for 2025 to 2027, which includes major reductions in overall immigration targets. Their rationale? Mounting pressure on housing, public infrastructure, and social services. As part of this national strategy, all provinces including Saskatchewan had their PNP allocations slashed. Saskatchewan's new nomination cap for 2025 is just 3,625, the lowest it's been since 2009. To make matters more complicated, the federal government now requires that 75% of nominees be temporary residents who are already living in Canada. That puts a serious limitation on Saskatchewan's ability to attract skilled talent from abroad. The government argues that these changes are necessary to manage growth sustainably and to ensure that newcomers can access the housing and services they need. They've encouraged provinces to prioritize critical labor shortages in sectors like healthcare and construction. But that means fewer spots for those hoping to make Saskatchewan their new home from overseas. Saskatchewan's Minister of Immigration and Career Training, Jim Ryder, expressed his disappointment with the federal cuts. He emphasized that the SINP has been crucial for employers who rely on international talent when qualified Canadians aren't available. According to him, the province will now have to use its reduced nominations more carefully, targeting sectors that can boost the economy. So, what can you do if you're an overseas applicant? First, focus on sectors that are still open. If you qualify for jobs in healthcare, agriculture, or skilled trades, that's your best shot. These are the only sectors where overseas recruitment is still happening. Second, if you're already in Canada as a temporary resident, take advantage of that. Apply for jobs in priority industries to improve your chances of being nominated. Third, check your application status. If you've already submitted an expression of interest or a full application, monitor your SINP account and don't hesitate to contact the SINP for clarification or updates. You can also explore other pathways. If the SINP is no longer an option, consider looking into PNP programs in other provinces or federal streams like Express Entry, which selects candidates based on a comprehensive ranking system. And here's a heads up. The SINP is hosting information sessions for applicants and employers in early April 2025. These sessions are meant to explain the changes and provide guidance. You can register by emailing immigration@gov.sk.ca. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Saskatchewan isn't alone. Other provinces like Alberta and British Columbia are also dealing with reduced allocations and are reworking their nomination processes to focus on applicants who are already in Canada. It's part of a broader trend seen in countries like Australia and the UK toward more selective, skills-based immigration. Critics say these cuts could worsen labor shortages in key sectors. Supporters argue the changes are necessary to reduce pressure on public services and infrastructure. Either way, the landscape of immigration in Canada is shifting, and Saskatchewan is leading that transition. The 50% federal cut has forced the province to cancel most overseas applications and focus inward. While the move is designed to support key industries, it's created confusion and uncertainty for many. Saskatchewan is pushing for work permit extensions and doing its best to adapt the SINP to these new constraints. The bottom line: if you're hoping to immigrate to Saskatchewan, you now need either a job offer in a high-demand sector or existing temporary resident status in Canada. The path has narrowed, but it's not closed entirely. As Saskatchewan navigates these challenges, how it balances its economic needs with federal limits will be closely watched across Canada. For now, the most important thing you can do is stay informed, explore your options, and act quickly. The immigration system is changing, and if you want to be part of it, you'll need to adapt along with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Take care and see you in the next video.